Delighted to have in the interactive lounge a lady who 20-odd years or so ago founded AvantiCare. Lydia, good afternoon. Lovely to meet you and welcome to Fiveaa.
Thanks, Tony. I'm so excited to be here.
Good on you. Now tell us, what was the inspiration to get this terrific organisation of yours up and running all of those years ago? What was the thing you thought, I can do something different, I can do something better with this healthcare issue?
Oh, look, I've just been doing this for so long, and I think for many years I've seen so many people, particularly within a residential care facility, just having no purpose, just being sort of coming to at the end of their journey and being sort of left to spend their days quite aimlessly. And I started to think there is so much more. So a lot of it was around trying to look at opportunities in which people can still be able to improve no matter what stage of their life they're in. And I mean, if you look at all the theories and the evidence around neuroplasticity, and it's something I'm so passionate about, I started to think, well, why is it when we get over a certain age we don't treat people with those same restorative care rehabilitation principles that I used to do in my early rehab days? So a lot of my early rehab days really influenced me. And I think in addition to that, there's also my own personal story. My mother had chronic health conditions for decades, and I really was her carer for a long time. She passed away, unfortunately, 5 years ago. But prior to that, I played a role in which I navigated a lot of her healthcare needs. I was taking her to appointments, deciding which direction to go because I had that healthcare background. Unfortunately, a lot of people in the community don't. And so in some respects, the model that we've developed now that we'll talk about in a moment is around having someone there to support and guide your whole journey. Sort of what I was to my mother, the concierge, the health concierge for my mother. We're trying to create that same model.
All righty. Tell us about you explained that it was your mum that was probably the initiative. You're looking at your mum and thinking, we can do better looking after mum. What do you actually employ, or who do you employ these days to actually prevail in those services? Yeah,
so our business is built on an allied health model. So we have physiotherapists, occupational therapists, speech pathologists, dietitians, and podiatrists. I actually myself am a speech pathologist, so that was my early experience. And so I've pulled together a team over many years, and really our guys are indoctrinated from the moment they get into our business into our philosophy, which is around, purpose and active aging and helping people, very much restorative care principles, trying to help people look at rehabilitating. So we bring them all together. We employ a whole team of absolute champions who live and breathe my vision. So I'm so excited about that. And it's delivered in what we do. So, and we've been doing this for many years within residential care facilities and within the home, helping people in their home. We still do that now. This for me was about taking it that step further and going into the wider community, helping people of any age, even my age, Tony, even my age, where we start to realise, we need to start thinking about our lifestyle choices so we age better and have a better aging trajectory. So that's very much the kind of
Lydia. Yeah. There's a lot of us who'd love to be as old as you are. I gotta give you the tip. That fascinates me. You're saying that anybody aged 18 or more is eligible for these services that you offer, because sometimes when you're thinking about holistic services and holistic medicine and care and compassion, you're thinking, it's only available for older people, but not so in this case.
No, not at all. I mean, look, let me explain the model. The model is very much a holistic model in that you have access to a full range of allied health therapists who can really optimise your well-being, all the different dimensions of wellness. Your physical well-being is one of it that people know of, but there's also your social well-being, your intellectual, environmental, occupational, spiritual, emotional, all those things. And we draw on all of those areas and dimensions of well-being, and with our clinical expertise in the allied health field, we're able to consider what each individual needs. So I'll give you some examples. There might be a younger person, I don't know, someone in their middle age who used to play cricket and loved playing cricket, and then all of a sudden they have a shoulder reconstruction, and then suddenly they think, I can't, my cricket days are over, I can't do that. But in actual fact, that's not the case. And neuroplastic theories tell us that you can get back to that again. But what they need is a holistic approach, not just, 8 sessions of physio over 8 weeks. They need to actually have a whole holistic approach to that, and that's like going into their home and their computer, and what is it that they do, looking at occupational therapists, looking at the way they sit and how do they use their arm, and how do they use their arm to throw the ball, and looking at their nutrition. Are you getting enough protein to make sure you're getting good improvement with your muscles? All of those things. It's that very holistic model. So a younger person can require those services, but then obviously as they get older, the chronic chronic health condition, that sort of individual needs it as well. They have a lot of comorbidities and they need every aspect of their life looked at. So do you want me to explain a little bit about what we do in terms of the health concierge? It's very much part of our model.
So. Yes. Yeah, please do.
So the real key to our model is this health concierge. And this is bringing together, I guess, the role I played.
Concierge.
Yeah, health concierge. Yeah. So bringing together the role, bringing together sort of an individual who plays the role I played in my mother's journey. And that's someone who understands the health space, has had the lived experiences, can sit down with someone and go, what is your goal? What is it you want to achieve by the end of, so many weeks, and how can we help you do that? And then package the suite of services to support that. So rather than being a symptomatic treater and saying, we'll just give you 8 sessions of physio, we're actually going in and saying, what are all the different services we can provide to actually optimize your well-being across the board? That's really the difference. It's very much based on the early rehab years I had, that kind of model.
What about somebody, you often hear somebody's going in to have surgery, whether it be minor surgery, but especially major surgery, and they're always concerned about what their recovery will be like, who's going to manage it, how they'll know how they're progressing. You can help, I'd imagine, certainly in those areas, because it's a real concern if you're having surgery, whether it be major surgery or even minor surgery. Absolutely. You're thinking, how well will I recover, and who's going to be there to help me after the surgery, after I've actually left the expertise of the hospital and things like that?
No, that's a really good question, Tony, and that is unfortunately the way our health system currently works, is that you're taken on an experience, you have the surgery, you're in the medical space, and then suddenly when that's over, you're kind of pretty much left to your own devices, and you need that guidance and support to direct how your rehabilitation plays out. And that's the role we play. Someone who's had, whether it's major or minor surgery, can come on board, sit with our health concierge and actually say, these are the things I'm having trouble with, these are the areas I want to improve, and these are the goals. It's very goal driven. These are the goals I want to achieve. I want to get back to driving, I want to get back to walking, and I want to get back to work, whatever it is. And they come to us, they sit down, look at a goal plan with us, and we package essentially the services that are going to be required to get them to that goal.
I've got old mates who love to play, or used to love playing golf, but because of operations they've had and conditions they've had, they're no longer able to do it because of the pain or loss of movement and things like that, and they become quite depressed. They're not into gardening, they're not into watching television or doing crosswords. Golf was their life, but not able to do it anymore. Are you able to help them?
Absolutely. I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because I'm such a big believer that our well-being and the way that we improve and our outcomes that we achieve is so much based on our mindset. So people who are suffering depression, mental health issues, or just getting down about something, not working where they want it to go, if they've got that support from a mental health type of thing, so from a psychologist or a counsellor, that allows them to work through their grief and their mindset issues. A person cannot rehabilitate and achieve maximum outcome without the right mindset. And I saw that in my early rehab days. Those who were most motivated and had the right mindset are able to achieve the best outcomes. So we really come at it from that angle.
If you've got a question, and there's some questions out there, give Lydia a ring right now, 8223 0000, that interactive number of ours, the number you'd know so well, 8223 0000. But on the other hand, if you'd like to actually discuss with either Catherine or Sammy, they're in the interactive lounge, you'd like to do it confidentially without actually kind of, having to do it in front of the whole world, give the ladies a call in that interactive lounge number of 8223 0055. That's 8223 0055. And Sammy and Catherine are in the interactive lounge now, more than willing to answer those questions of yours, and doing it confidentially, not in front of everybody. It's just on 1:45 now.
Each week on Rowi's Sports Show, Rowie speaks to star players from the Power, thanks to Puritap. Get a Puritap from $49 upfront on a payment plan. T's and C's at puritap.com.au.
New Dan Murphy's catalogue is out now. Find unbeatable offers on a range of drinks, like a 700ml bottle of Dewar's White Label blended Scotch whisky for just $37 each for My Dan's members. Shop more unbeatable catalogue offers in store or on the Dan Murphy's app today. Choose to drink wise. Conditions apply. Offer ends Wednesday, May 26.
Landlords, did you know you may not be covered by insurance if your property manager is not licensed? At Toop and Toop, we're proud that every member of our team is fully qualified and licensed, protecting you and your property. We guarantee you'll love our award-winning people, technology, and customer service. Make the switch today, and we'll take care of everything to ensure a smooth transition of your property. Plus, with our Toop Switch campaign this month, it's at no cost to you. Call us today on 8362 8888.
In a moment or so, we'll take some calls on 822 30000. We're talking, of course, about AvantiCare, and for 2 decades now, they've been delivering this wonderful service here in Adelaide, and they're absolutely delighted, as you can imagine, after a couple of decades, to open a brand new Wellbeing Hub. It's at 35 Fullarton Road over there at Kenttown, and like everything that Lydia and the crew do at AvantiCare, their Wellbeing Hub's got a real purpose to it, and that purpose is quite simply to deliver a full range of allied healthcare services in one location for adults of any age, and we emphasise that as long as you're 18 or over, you're eligible for these services. That's a very important aspect. And in the lounge today, we're talking to Lidia Conci, the founder and the managing director of AvantiCare. You can talk to Lidia on 8223 0000, that interactive number of ours, or if you like to do it confidentially, you can go to the interactive lounge and talk to either Sammy or Catherine, who are there right now, taking those calls confidentially off air, and they'll be there until 2:30. That number is 8223 0055. But AvantiCare, established 20 years ago in Adelaide, it's been one of the great success stories, and the number of people thinking, oh yeah, I've heard about AvantiCare, been going for a long time, but it's for the oldies. No, not at all. All you have to be is 18 years of age or over, and believing you need the services of AvantiCare, 18 and over, and you're absolutely eligible. We'll be back in a moment or two.
Hi, Hearing Australia.
Oh, hi. I'd like to inquire about hearing aids, please.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're having a ball, so I'll be quick. Our range includes hearing aids that can be so discreet people probably won't realise you're wearing one. And for eligible pensioners under the Hearing Services Program, there are 3 device choices to choose from that are free. And we will care for your hearing for life.
I like the sound of that. Oh.
Hearing Australia. Discover the secret to celebrating sound in your life. Call 134 432 or 134 here today.
Shop now at Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, Marion. Under one big roof, we have lounges, dining, outdoor, rugs, flooring, cooking, washers, fridges, televisions, and much more. Run-out models, scratch and dent, refurbished stock, and brand new lines in stock and ready to go. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre at Marion for furniture, bedding, flooring, rugs, and electrical. Look for the red sign. Shop now at Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, 919 Marion Road, Marion.
It's a great time of the year to be out and about in the garden, but the place to be in first is Vidoulis Garden Centre. Right now you'll find a huge range of pots in all shapes and styles, fresh from the Orient. Outdoor pots for any garden, plus thousands of indoor styles to suit your home. Vidoulis has a huge range, but the prices are staying small. Pick up or delivery available. Vidoulis Garden Centre, Main North Road, Gawler, opposite the racecourse. Vidoulis Garden Centre. It's closer than you think.
Lawless, the termite people.
Yes, Lawless are still the termite people, celebrating over 78 years in pest control. For termite or other pest problems, call Lawless on 8443 9636 or online at lawlerpestcontrol.com.au for really good information on all pests. Call Lawless, the people you can trust, on 8443 9636 for a free survey and quote. That's 8443 9636.
Lawless, the termite people.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer. This is Tony Pilkington.
And we're talking with Lidia, the founder all of those years ago of AvantiCare. For 20 years, they've been so successfully operating here in South Australia simply because of the fact that they're good, they know what they're doing, and they really take pride in the work that they do. You got a question? Give us a call on 822 30000. After 2 o'clock, looking forward to chatting to an Olympic gold medalist, our very own Wendy Schaefer, who won the Olympic gold medal in equestrian at, I think it was the 1998 Atlanta Olympic Games. Born here in Adelaide, an OAM, deservedly so, and a vibrant sort of a lady. That'll be good fun. Wendy Schaefer, the guest, a little bit after 2, and where are they now? From Sarah, Lidia, the question from Sarah is quite simply, she said, love the sound of the work that you do and the individual personal attention. She said, the services you offer, are they covered by health funds and insurance companies?
A good question, Sarah. It's actually, there's a full range of ways in which the services can be funded. Obviously, we will tap into private health capacity. Yeah. So someone can use their private health for the services and user pays. But in addition to that, there's home care packages, and people often have a package of funds that they can tap into. If you're in that older demographic, there's the NDIS packaging for people with disability who need the services. So they usually have a package of funds. There's also a range of other small sort of different schemes, government schemes and healthcare schemes that they can tap into. So there are different funding models around that we utilise to fund the services, but in the same way that you would any other service that you go and tap into.
This is from Michael, pretty well along the same sort of lines, Lydia. He said, home care services are available. Love the sound of that new setup you've got over there. Well, it's called a Wellbeing Hub, actually, Michael, at 35 Fullarton Road at Kent Town. But Michael's question is simply, Lydia, that the home services are readily available.
Absolutely. So we already, and that's a really good question. We already do this. We deliver this approach, this purpose-based approach is already delivered in the home, visiting people in their homes, and we still have that service. It's growing. We'll intend to continue that. The whole point of the Wellbeing Hub was to give access to even more people who can come in, see people in the consulting rooms, but also what I didn't mention before, we have a gymnasium set up there. So we have equipment for a restorative care gym, and so we can have actual physios or clinicians working on the gym equipment, setting up Pilates programs, mindfulness programs, a whole range of wellbeing services on site. So that's the whole point of the Wellbeing Hub, is to have a facility that offers even more than just in the home. And they have the ability to tap into all of that.
Oh, right. Marion's question is along the line. She said, you've established this business 20 years ago. I'm surprised that somebody hadn't done it before this because it sounds so encompassing. Well, there's a tick. Yeah.
Yeah, look, there are a lot of clinics and services around. I think acknowledging that, these services are not brand new. I think it's really the model, and it's really me drawing on my own experiences within the professional sector, but personally, and realizing that what needs to be done is a model that is holistic, a model that allows someone to go to a one-stop shop, sit there and go, help me work out how to feel better. That's what there isn't, and that's what I'm doing, bringing my experiences together for.
Lydia, this is from Ed. The timing perfect. Ed said, I hear the word so often, and I don't want to sound ignorant about this, Pilka, but could you please ask that lovely guest of yours the actual meaning and the philosophy behind holistic? What's it all about?
It is a buzzword, isn't it? Look, holistic is very much looking at the body as a whole system. And my example would be that you have pain in your knee. You can't just treat that pain in the knee and expect everything to get better. You need to be holistic. You need to look at, well, is your alignment of your foot and your gait working? Do you need a podiatry consult to look at whether you can adjust that so that you prevent further knee pain? Do you have enough muscle strength around that? Are you eating nutritionally enough protein to support your muscle building up as well around the exercise programs that you do? That's what holistic is. It's looking at every aspect of the human body and how it impacts the condition you're having, because we are a holistic system. We're a full system as a human body. We're not just parts of our body working in silo. Does that kind of explain it?
Yeah, I think so. Bernie's question, kind of a bit of a follow-up. He said, other than Ed, he said, I had some idea of what holistic was all about, but he said, are you very much against alcohol? That's an unusual question. Bernie?
If there's a place for it in their care plan, we'll consider anything.
What do you mean, you rub it on your knee or something or other?
Possibly. There's lots of ways to use alcohol.
Oh, well. And your background originally, Lydia, all of those years ago, was a speech therapist.
Yes, a speech pathologist. So I graduated in 97, yes, as a speech pathologist. And funnily enough, my early work, for those out there who remember, the Julia Farr Centre, it was for the long-term head injury clientele, and it was just where I kind of cut my teeth and really recognised that people have the ability to still engage in life and things that are meaningful for them, even with the most severe of disability. So I really have seen it happen, and I know it's possible.
All right, from Sandra asked the question. She said, you've mentioned a couple of times the new Wellbeing Hub at 35 Fullarton Road over at Kent Town. Sandra's question, Lydia, is simply, in order to actually come over there, do you need to actually phone and make an appointment, or can you just pop in and have a look at the setup and have a discussion on site sort of thing?
So Okay, so more than happy for anyone to come in and have a look. Obviously, call the number through to Allied Health, through to AvantiCare. We have the health concierge who will do that job with them. So they'll take them into the centre, have a look through the gym area, the consulting rooms. We have so many allied health therapists there, so they can potentially even meet some of them. And that's a free consult, that initial consult with the health concierge. That allows them the opportunity to sit down and create a plan of what's going to work for them.
All right, Lydia, you're about to join the other ladies, Catherine and Sammy, in the interactive lounge.